There are 3 steps to get started with your Lotsa Helping Hands community. Creating a community, inviting people to join, and adding tasks and activities to the calendar. Creating a community. We often are asked who should create the community at Lotsa Helping Hands. There are 2 types of participants in Lotsa Helping Hands communities: coordinators and members. Coordinators are responsible for keeping track of membership information for other members, posting new activities on the calendar, and receiving confirmation emails when someone volunteers for a task. You can actually have as many coordinators as you'd like in your community. You can customize the settings for each one of your coordinators. Some might focus on organizing meals. Another may focus on organizing announcements, and yet another may be the person to coordinate childcare, if that's a particular need you have in your community. Members are those who are invited to help. To create a community, visit lotsahelpinghands.com. There you can find information about our service, links to our webinars, and stories of community support. While our focus is on caregiving, we also have thousands of communities that have been created to organize volunteer efforts in the classroom, coordinate help for new parents, support a military or veterans family during deployment or upon arrival home, and organize general volunteer efforts in your town or neighborhood. The first step is to click on Create on the homepage found at lotsahelpinghands.com. The process takes about a minute, and we've made it really easy for you to get started quickly. The steps are outlined at the top of the page. First, you fill out this form. Next, you will check your email, and there you will find an email from Lotsa Helping Hands with instructions and a link that you'll click to create your community. This confirms your community, and you'll be ready to start personalizing it with your own information. We'll walk you through the form now. The first section of the form is all about your community. You can choose any name that you'd wish, and this can easily be updated later. In this case, we've named our community Todd's Helping Hands. Next, you'll want to share the purpose of your community with us. Again, communities are often created to support caregiving, but there are other needs that the service can be used for as well, and so you can share with us the community purpose there. The next section of the form is all about you, the lead coordinator, or the first person who creates the community. You enter your first and last name, your phone number, which is optional and certainly can be added later, and most importantly, your email address and the password that you would like to use. If you are in more than one community, you will use the same email and password for every community you participate in using Lotsa Helping Hands. The next section in the form is called Helpful Resources for Your Community. Here you can choose to identify your community website with resources from one of our nonprofit partners. You can choose one that may be of interest to you. For example, if you are creating a community to help someone who's been diagnosed with lung cancer, you may choose to click on the American Lung Association and associate your community with that resource. Next, we hope you share with us how you learned about Lotsa Helping Hands so that we can continue to expand our outreach efforts. And you can choose one of the options that you see here. Last, you can view our terms of use and indicate that you agree to them by checking the box that you see here on the bottom of the form. Finally, you will click on Create My Community Website, and the confirmation email will be sent. Here's an example of a confirmation email that you will find in your inbox. You can see that in the subject line, messages from our system include the parenthetical LHH. You can review the email and then simply click on this link that's included in the body of the email. You can also copy and paste this URL into your browser. That link will direct you here to the last step of creating your community. Simply click on the Get Started link, which will take you to your newly created community website. Here's a view of the community homepage when it's first created. And let me walk you through the basic geography of the site. The name of the community appears at the top of the screen. Also along the top are several tabs: Home, Me, People, Administration, and About. The Me tab is all about you and where you can include information about yourself that may be of interest to members of your community. The People tab is where you can add members to your community and access information about members. The Administration tab only appears for coordinators of the community, and it is the central location for customizing your community, adding tasks to the calendar, and more. The About tab can include information about the community and also provides a description of the Lotsa Helping Hands service. The buttons on the left of the page are called community sections. We provide many for you, and you can also create custom sections that are unique to your community.